Now we're going to do an example of long division where we're dealing with two polynomials. And this should look kind of familiar to when we did synthetic substitution in the last section. I'm going to take this polynomial, let me make this a little neater, this polynomial divided by this trinomial. So since I'm dividing this one by this one, this goes on the outside. Now notice, just like with synthetic substitution, here I have an x to the fourth term, x to the third term, x to the first term. So when I write my synthetic division, I want to put something in place here for the x squared term. And what I'm going to put in place of x squared is just 0x squared, just like we did with substitution. So inside my division bar, I'm going to write 2x to the fourth plus 3x cubed plus 0x squared plus 5x minus 1. And I'm going to divide that by this, x squared minus 2x plus 2. So now I've got a problem to work. Just like with long division, we're going to look to see how many times this first term will go into this term. What do I multiply x squared times to get 2x to the fourth? Well, this is a 1, so I know there's going to be 2 for a coefficient. And since this is x squared, and I want to see how many times it goes into x to the fourth, x squared times x squared is x to the fourth. So since I'm going to multiply by something x squared, I'm going to go over and write my answer above the x squared term. So right here, I'm going to write 2x squared. Here's why. 2x squared times x squared gives me 2x to the fourth. So I'm going to write that down. 2x squared times x squared is 2x to the fourth. That's good. That's what I want. That's going to cancel out my x to the fourth term. 2x squared times negative 2x gives me minus 4x cubed. 2x squared times 2 gives me plus 4x squared. Now, just like with long division, whenever we write what goes here, we want to subtract the 2. And so you're going to have to think a little bit, especially when it comes to positive and negative numbers. It's easy to think 2x to the fourth minus 2x to the fourth. Those are going to cancel and give you a 0 right here, and that's what you want. It's a little harder to think when I'm doing 3x cubed subtract negative 4x cubed. And remember, when you have subtract a negative, that turns into plus a positive. So here, 3x cubed subtract a negative becomes plus a positive, so that is 7x cubed. 0x squared subtract 4x squared is minus 4x squared. And then I'm going to bring down my next term just like I did with regular long division. So now I'm ready to figure out what my next term is going to be. I need to try to figure out how many times x squared will go into 7x cubed. There's a 1 here and a 7 here, so I know it's going to go 7. And then this is x squared and this is x cubed, so it's going to be x. And that's good because the 7x should be directly above the 5x. Now I'm ready to multiply. 7x times x squared is 7x cubed. And that's good because that's going to cancel out our x cubed term. And that's what we want. 7x times negative 2x is negative 14x. And 7x times 2 is 14x. And now I'm ready to subtract. And remember, this is the hardest part because you're going to have to think whenever you have subtract a negative. So 7x cubed minus 7x cubed is 0. That's good. We want that term to cancel out. Negative 4 subtract negative becomes plus a positive. So really I have negative 4 positive 14, which is positive 10. 5x subtract 14x is negative 9x. Bring down your negative 1. At this point, I need to look and see, oh, I left off the x squared here. Hope you found that mistake. At this point, now I'm looking to see how many times does x squared go into 10x squared. It goes 10 times. So I'm going to put plus 10. So 10 times 10x squared, 10x squared. 10 times negative 2 is negative 20x. And 10 times positive 2 is plus 20. The x squared terms cancel. And again, don't forget we're subtracting right here. So negative 9 subtract negative 20 becomes plus a positive. So I'm going to get 11x. negative 1 subtract 20 is negative 21. Now, notice that x squared will not go into 11x. So that means I'm done. This is the leftovers. So the 11x minus 21 is going to be my remainder. So I'm going to have remainder 11x minus 21 out of this term. X squared minus 2x plus 2. So my answer would be 2x squared plus 7x plus 10, remainder 11x minus 21.